like to welcome to this week's video blog. It's a blessing to be with you. And this week I want to talk about something on a more serious note, and that is marriage, specifically homosexual marriage. I don't know if you noticed or not, but Fox News and CNN both reported yesterday that federal judge has deemed Oklahoma's ban on homosexual marriage as unconstitutional. This is a long list of action that we've seen in the last few years. Judges deeming bans and deeming traditional marriage unconstitutional. Matter of fact, several states have allowed and permitted homosexual marriage, including the following: California, Connecticut, Iowa, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New York, Rhode Island, Vermont, Maine, Maryland, and Washington. All of these states now permit and allow for homosexual marriage. You know, marriage is under attack. Marriage is under attack, and it's being diminished like never before in this nation. What does Yahweh say about homosexual marriage within His Word? Well, let me tell you, Yahweh says nothing about homosexual marriage within His truth. Homosexual marriage is an oxymoron. It does not exist biblically. Yahweh established marriage very specifically. It was between one man and between one woman. And that union, that covenant, was for life. It wasn't until they got bored with one another, it was for life. Yahshua reinstated this. He confirmed this in the New Testament in Matthew chapter 19. He said, "What Elohim has joined together, let no man put asunder." You see, Yahshua reaffirmed the principle that we find in the very beginning within our Father's Word. When a man and woman come together, they are bound for life. And divorce really isn't an option. We need to make marriage work, and too many people are taking the easy way out instead of looking to reconcile and make their marriage right. Now, we at Yahweh's Restoration Ministry, we believe very strongly in marriage and believe that it should be for life, and believe that we need to do whatever is necessary to make sure that these unions remain and that they last, and that marriages are strong. This is an important concept. Matter of fact, marriage is a building block of any civilization, and we are seeing this building block very quickly diminishing in this nation. It's time that we as believers understand this. It's time that we get serious about our marriages. It's time that we realize that divorce isn't an option, that we can't accept homosexual marriage, that we can't accept anything that deviates from what our Father in heaven established in His Word. Yahweh says that homosexuality is an abomination. This is equivalent to saying that it is morally repulsive. This is something that it goes against His nature, that goes against nature itself, that goes against His Word. And again, we as Yahweh's people, we are the light bearer. We are the examples that people look to today. And we need to take our faith seriously. We need to take marriage seriously. We need to understand that we need to take a stand, that we need to stand upon principle and upon morality, because if we don't, who will? Nobody will. So I would encourage you to do that. I would encourage you today to realize what is happening in this nation, to realize that marriage is under attack, to realize that marriage is so important. Matter of fact, there are many statistics showing the impact to children when a father or mother, specifically in this case, a father, is not available. For example, here's some stats for you to consider. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes. This is according to the U.S. Department of Health and Census, 5 times the average. 90% of all homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes, 32 times the average. 85% of all children who show behavioral disorders come from fatherless homes, 20 times the average. 80% of rapists with anger problems come from fatherless homes, 14 times the average. And the last one here, 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes, 9 times the average. So we find that there's a real impact when we manipulate and change and deviate from the standards that our Father in heaven put in place. Again, marriage is under attack. And we as Yahweh's people, we as Bible believers must take a stand. We must realize that what is happening is destroying our nation and destroying the families within that nation. It's time that we say no more. No more. I'm going to take a stand. I am going to be a witness. I am not going to permit. I am going to stand against immorality and stand for the truth and morality of our Father in heaven. Pray that this word has been a blessing to you. Now, before I leave you, I want to quickly remind you about 2 things. Number 1 is our upcoming Discover the Truth Talk Live. This is our second part. We're actually going to be discussing the decline in immorality, and including in marriage and the family, and also the looming financial crisis in this nation and throughout the world. So we pray that you would join us for that. This is February 7th 7 p.m. We're going to actually try to add a live QA session at the end through the chat. So I pray that you would join us for that. The first one was an amazing experience, and I know that this one will be as well. Also, like to those who are without Sabbath fellowship or those looking to supplement their Sabbath fellowship, we broadcast our Sabbath worship on Saturdays, 1:30 p.m. Central Time. We broadcast the entire service, the music, the message, everything, and it would be a blessing, I know, to you. So I pray that you would join us for that as well. That is yrm.org/live for both the Discover the Truth Talk Live and for Sabbath broadcast. Again, that is yrm.org/live. Where I pray that this video blog has been a blessing to you, and I would pray that you would join me every week. And until then, may Yahweh bless. Bye-bye.